Hello, everyone. Whew. All right. I am super excited for today because there's a lot that's been stirring on in my heart. And so I am going to just try to share with you what I've been thinking about lately. A couple things. So first of all, stay tuned at the end to just hear some a personal journey that I'm going through right now and what I am doing this month. So if you want to hear that, I'm going to just touch on it a little bit at the end. But before I get started, I just want to remind everyone that the doTERRA Healthy Habits Tour is going on right now. So you can go to doTERRA's website. You can look up what city they are doing this tour in, and it is free. It's from 7 to 9. So it's open to anyone. It's open to everyone. There's also a business training that's going to be happening before that from 2 until 5. So if anybody's interested in learning more about the business of doTERRA, or if you're a wellness advocate and you're doing this as a business, that is open to anyone as well. So we personally, Mike and I, are going to be going to the one in Denver on May 1st. So we're actually taking that whole day off. We're going to the business training, and then we're going to be at the event that night. So if anybody wants to join us there, that would be awesome. Let us know if you're going. We would love to either meet you if we don't personally know you yet and you follow us on Instagram or Facebook. If you are closer to Colorado Springs or in Colorado Springs, that one is on the 25th, okay? So, all right, this is what I want to talk about, and the whole reason this idea came up is because I experienced something last week that proved this to be true, and it just kind of got me thinking more about this subject, okay? So, as you know, most of us have all heard about essential oils, okay? Now, 5-10 years ago, not a lot of people knew about essential oils. And if they had heard of essential oils, they probably thought they were crazy, right? That, oh, that's, weird, and that's some crazy juice and voodoo medicine and all that kind of stuff. So, that's where we were. So when doTERRA started, they're 10 years old now. When they started their company, the job of the wellness advocate was really to teach people what essential oils are. Like most of us, we didn't know really what they were, and we just need to be educated on what is an essential oil and how does it help support our body. Fast forward to today, because of doTERRA's growth, okay, 7 million customers, where we are a $2 billion company, and we're growing like crazy, and we're shifting what healthcare looks like in the United States, okay? So now everyone is mostly aware of essential oils and knows what they are because they're sold just about everywhere, okay? So part of the reason of that, the reason why you can go into Target and see essential oils in their dollar section, the reason why you can go to gas stations, the reason why you can go to health food stores, okay? So don't be deceived because it's a health food store, okay? So just keep that in the back of your mind. They're sold at Costco, they're sold at Walmart, everywhere now. Even I think Home Depot was selling them 1 year over Christmas. The reason for that is because all these companies are seeing how popular and the growth of doTERRA, they think that they can jump on board and make some money selling essential oils. The problem is, and we've talked about this several times, is that the quality is not the same, okay? So you can go into a health food store and purchase your lemon essential oil, but on the bottle, it's going to say, do not ingest. Now, use common sense. Think about that. We all know that lemons are safe to eat and ingest. So why is this essential oil not safe? Well, like we've talked about several times, it's because these essential oils are being adulterated. They are being cut with who knows what, not fully essential oils. They're putting other fillers and synthetics in those essential oils so that they can sell them for $2 or $10 or whatever it is. Frankincense, you know, $10, that should be a sign that it's not pure frankincense, okay? The other sign is lemon, wild orange, lime, grapefruit. We know we can ingest all that stuff. So if it's saying do not ingest, that's another sign, okay? So we are in the day and age right now where our job as wellness advocates is to teach people the difference between the quality of an oil and why that is important. Because if you are not using a pure essential oil, your cells are going to see that as a threat, and then the essential oils can't work on a cellular level. You have to have a pure oil in order for your body to notice a difference, okay? So that's the importance of using a pure essential oil. And the problem with all these other essential oils is people are using them and they're not working. So it's creating this myth that essential oils don't really work. Well, if they're not pure and they're cut with stuff like turpentine, okay, which will happen with frankincense because the chemical constituents look very similar and it smells like frankincense, that's why you're not noticing a difference in your body. That's why it's not really supporting your body. Your body's seeing it as a threat, okay? So what happened last week is I was teaching a friend, and she has a few essential oils in her home, and I got to the part of, you know, talking about the purity and the difference between, you know, essential oils out there and why you have to do your research, why you have to know the sourcing of your oils, the testing of your oils, why that's so important. And she kind of blew me off and really just made me feel like, oh, that's not really important. Your job isn't really important. I don't really have time for that. I'm just going to use whatever I can get my hands on and use it sparingly, okay? Like whenever I'm getting sick, then I might turn to it and use it, but no big deal. And I went away from there, just thinking, wow, this is the day and age that we are in, that it is no longer, hey, I need to teach you about what an essential oil is. It's, I need to teach you the difference between the quality of essential oils that are out there and why it is so important. Now, here's the thing though. I don't really want you to take my word for it, okay? I want you to do your own research. Now, back when Mike and I got introduced to essential oils, okay, maybe this was like 4 years ago, 3.5 years ago, right before, we thought essential oils were crazy. We knew friends who used them, and we just really didn't want to learn about them until our friend came over, who's a doctor's wife, that gave us Melaleuca. Many of you know our story. That flipped a switch in our mind and made us become open to learning about essential oils. Like maybe there is something to this, okay? So now we're open to receiving knowledge, right? Just being open to learning about it. So now we have other friends that are kind of coming to us, and they're telling us about, essential oils, and we're still doing our own research and doing our own investigating and looking into doTERRA, looking into other companies. We even went to an 8-hour boot camp training, okay? And we still weren't exactly on board after that. So I'm telling you, we were hesitant. We didn't just buy what people were saying and, just listen to their information and take it in. So I don't want you to just listen to me and take my information and my education and just take that for what it is. I want you to go and actually do your own research. And that is what we did. And here we are today because of the knowledge that we got, the information that is now in our brains, okay, that we can make an educated decision and say, we want to use essential oils. We believe there's scientific evidence that it can support your body. We believe that doTERRA is the company to go with because of their transparency. Okay, so now I want to talk a little bit about doTERRA's transparency. And again, this is so important when you are using essential oils. No other company in the world that I know of, and again, do your research, and if you find something that is different than what I'm saying, send it to me. Let me know, okay? No other company in the world is as transparent as doTERRA. So I'm going to tell you one thing that you can do with doTERRA oils to see how transparent they are. On the bottom of your essential oil bottles, there is a code. You can go to the website Source to You, okay? Go to the website, right on the main page, it says Quality Reports. You click on Quality Reports and you enter the quality ID that is at the bottom of your essential oil bottle. Okay, it's probably hard for you guys to see because it's pretty faint and it's pretty small, but it's there. Because here's the report that I printed out just 5 minutes ago, okay? Now, what does this report tell me? Do I know how to read this and make any sense of that? Not really, because I'm not a scientist. But here's what I know, is I know that doTERRA is being very transparent about the testing of their oils and what's in their essential oils. Now, where is this testing done? Right here, Aromatic Plant Research Center. For short, it's APRC. They are a third-party company. They are not employed by doTERRA. In fact, they study all essential oils, and they study one of our biggest competitors out there. And I know that because they came to one of our conventions and they shared some test results of other essential oils compared to doTERRA. And just trust me on this, they don't compare. The testing is there. The research is there. The numbers are there, okay? So what I can also do with this information is on the bottom here, if you see what I've highlighted, this is a list of all the chemical constituents that make up lemon essential oil. So what I can do, there we go, is I'm going to give you this one, for example, limonene. It's one of the biggest chemical constituents in lemon. It's at 67.73%. So 67.73% of lemon is the chemical constituent limonene. Now, what does that mean? Well, if you don't know, because we live in the age of information, which is the title on Facebook, you can go and do your own research on the computer. So just type in limonene. And there's studies out there from PubMed that you can look at and open and read and learn what that chemical constituent, how that chemical constituent can support your body, okay? So what I want you to think about is if you are out there purchasing essential oils from a health food store or a gas station or the Target dollar section, I want you to ask yourself, because it's good to ask questions, right? We need to ask questions. Where did this essential oil come from? Where in the world did this essential oil come from? Now, here's another thing about doTERRA. doTERRA is very open and proud of where we get our essential oils, where we source them from. So we go all over the world and we find where they grow indigenous, where it's their natural habitat, because that is how we get the purest quality essential oil in the world, okay? And I can say that with confidence because I know our sourcing and I know our testing and I know doTERRA's standards. So you can also Google the age of information. It's all out there with doTERRA, right? Not all companies are like this. So ask yourself, why isn't this company sharing where they get their essential oils from? Why isn't this company sharing their testing? So you can Google co-impact sourcing and you can find out where all of our oils come from. And we control over 90% of our sourcing, okay? What I love about vetiver and this story is there is nowhere in the world that we can get the quality that we want in vetiver except from Haiti. Nowhere in the world. That is the only place that we can source vetiver from to get the quality and the chemical constituents where they're at from that oil, okay? So Google doTERRA and co-impact sourcing and do your own research. Don't just take my word for it. Go out there and learn about it. Start gathering this knowledge and this information, and then you can make a decision, okay, for what you believe in and what you think is right for you and your family. Now, again, back to the oils that are sold just over the counter, ask yourself where they got sorry, my phone is slipping off this stand here. Now you can see it on the computer. Okay, I might just have to hold up my phone. I'm almost done here. Sorry, guys. You get part of my stand in the camera. It's gonna pop. All right, I'm gonna have to hold this. See, what happened is my stand broke. And so I'm now putting this piece of tape here to try to hold my phone on there. Okay, so ask yourself, where did this oil come from? Where's the sourcing? Where's the testing? And you can even take an essential oil that you have and you can send it to Aromatic Plant Research and you can have them test your oil that you have in your home. So if you don't think you're using a pure essential oil and a couple of the red flags aren't going off, like it's lemon or wild orange and it says do not ingest, frankincense, there's so many oils, you can look up what ones you can ingest, okay? So figure that out for yourself and do your research and then decide what you want to do. But what I love about doTERRA is that they're very transparent. Their testing is for everyone to see, which every essential oil company out there does not like that about doTERRA. So you're probably going to see a lot of essential oil companies close their doors because people are going to become more educated. So hopefully I have done my job well and I have helped educate and teach and guide you in the direction that you can go to answer your questions and get your own information, okay? Now, on a personal note, so you guys can either stay on or you can hop off. On a personal note, I just wanted to share this journey that I'm on for this month especially, okay? So I was to this point where I needed to really do some soul searching and figure out, I wanted to know how my thoughts work, how my brain works, how my mind works, and you know, just dig deep into who I am, my life, my purpose, all that kind of stuff. So I have been on this journey of researching that, and I am, so far, I'm being blown away by what I am learning. So again, it's like I'm trying to get this information and use this information the way that I want to help better my life, okay? So I'm just gonna share one little snippet of something that I have learned, and I have got pages and pages of notes on this, okay? So just remember, I'm studying the brain, how the brain works, how the mind works. So if you guys know of any, you know, good documentaries, good websites on that, let me know, okay? But I'm just gonna share this with you guys just for something for you to think about. Okay, so this is what happens. I gotta find the page that I highlighted. Okay, here we go. A thought begins to activate new neural networks in the brain. New neural networks begin to fire and wire to create a hologen or a picture. A picture signals the limbic brain to make neuropeptides. Neuropeptides are chemical messengers that signal hormones. Hormones and neuropeptides begin to dock on receptor sites of cells. Cells begin to get a new message and signal new genes. New genes make new proteins. New proteins mean the expression of life. The expression of life is health of a body, or a healthy body. The expression of life is equals health of a body, health of body, okay? So it's a lot to chew on, a lot to think about, but I am fascinated right now by the brain, by thoughts, by hormones that are triggered because of our thoughts, how we become addicted to our thoughts. And you know, I'm kind of looking into negative thoughts and what do negative thoughts, how does that have an effect on my body? So I'm on this journey right now. This month, I'm listening to a ton of podcasts, kind of like it's my job. I'm watching a ton of YouTube videos. One is from a doctor who is a brain doctor, brain doctor, okay? And I'm being blown away. Now, I'm taking all this information in and I'm filtering it through the scriptures, okay? So today, I was on the phone with my dad for probably about 6 hours because he is wicked smart. And he turns everything back around to the Bible. And what does the Bible say? And that's what I'm trying to do when I'm trying to make all these connections of our thought life, our mind, our brain, our body. How do we filter that all through the Word of God? For me, because that is, I believe in God and I believe in Jesus Christ, and I want everything to be filtered through the scriptures. So that is the journey that I am on this month. And I think one of these days I'll probably pop on and just share some of the insights and information that I have learned. All right, everyone. thank you for joining, and I hope that you all have a great rest of the week. Bye. Bye, Chris. Bye, Charity. Thanks for joining.